Ananta Kumari from St. James Kindergarten, your science teacher. Hope you all are staying safe at your home. In this video, we will study our third chapter, and that is safety and first aid. Okay. In this chapter, we will discuss about the safety rules and what are the safety that we should follow in our daily life, and what are the first aid that we should give to an injured person. Now, first of all, we will discuss about the safety. Can you tell me why safety is required? Safety is required to prevent ourselves from accidents, right? Now, some road signs you must have seen on the road that we should read and follow. We will discuss that type of road signs in this video also. And since nowadays vehicles are increasing day by day, so you should be more careful while crossing the roads, right? Now here I have drawn some road signs that whenever you see these type of road signs, you should first read and then follow according to that, okay? So the first road sign is no entry. Whenever you see this sign, you think that it is the no entry sign. The next one is no left turn. We should not take turn on the left side whenever we see this type of sign, okay? The third one is no right turn. We should not turn on the right side whenever we see this type of sign on the road. The fourth one is no U-turn. We should not take U-turn whenever we see this type of road sign. And the last one is a speed breaker. Okay, whenever the speed breaker is coming in our road, is coming on our path, this sign must be there. So whenever you see these type of signs on the road, you should follow according to that, okay? Now, however, we every time follow the safety rules and we every time follow the road signs. In spite of that, sometimes accidents may happen, right? So what should we do before the doctor arrival? If any injured person is in front of you, what should you do? Whatever medical treatment we give to that injured person before the doctor arrives is called a first aid, okay? So what is the first aid? I am writing the definition of first aid here. You also note down in the copy. First aid. First aid it is the first medical help given to an injured person before a doctor arrives, okay? So what is the definition of first aid? First aid definition is, it is the first medical help given to an injured person before a doctor arrives, okay? Now, we will discuss about the ways to deal with some type of emergency that can happen in our houses also or the outside also. So, the first emergency in your book is, that is given in your book, for cuts and scratches. First of all, we should not neglect any type of cut or any type of wound. Why? Because germs can enter in our body through this way and we can easily fall sick, okay? So if any cut or scratches happen with you or with your family or friends, what is the first aid you should give to them? The first thing we should do that we should wash all the dirts around that wound. Suppose if the cut is here, what will I do? First, I should wash the dirts around it, okay? And then after, I should clean the affected area with the antiseptic lotion with the cotton soaked in an antiseptic lotion, okay? And with this cotton, what should I do? I should clean the affected area, okay? I should clean the wound or any type of cuts. Then after, I should keep a pad of cotton wool on the wound and it should be placed tightly with the thumb or the fingers, okay? In the most of the cases, bleeding stops if we will press like this, okay? We can use tourniquet also. Now what is the tourniquet? Tourniquet is a tight bandage which is tied on the wound for stopping the flow of blood, okay? And if the flow is very heavy, if the blood is not stopping, then what should we do? We should consult to the doctor and rush the victim to the doctor. The next emergency is given in your book is for nose bleeds. For nose bleeding. You must have seen in your school also that suddenly in the summer season mostly or in the monsoon time your friend nose maybe bleeds, okay? So what is the first thing we should do with that type of person? First of all, we should make them sit in a comfortable position, okay, like this, in a comfortable position, and then after his head held back like this, okay, and he should be suggested to press the nose firmly. What should he suggested? He should suggested press the nose firmly like this, and we should also tell him to not to breathe through the nose. He should be breathing from the mouth side, okay? And after that, we can keep the ice pack also or any type of wet cloth here in this side of like this, okay? And if the bleeding is heavy, what should we do? We should take him to the doctor. The next emergency that has given in your book is for sprains. Now what is a sprain? When the tissues around the joint get torn, it is called a sprain, okay? And it causes swelling and discoloration of the skin. What is the discoloration? Means our skin becomes or turn into blue color and it is very painful. You must have experienced some type of sprains in your life. Now what is the first aid that we should apply for the sprains? We should apply ice cube or a ice bag on the joints till the swelling subsides, okay? The next emergency is for fractures. So first we will discuss what is a fracture. A fracture is a crack or break in a bone is called a fracture. What is a fracture? Fracture is a crack or a break in a bone. Now what are the first aid for the fracture? So first of all, we should keep the patient calm and make them sit in a comfortable way, okay? This is the first thing. So and tell them to not to do the unnecessary movements, okay? Then after, we can apply a splint to give support to broken bone, okay? Now what is a splint? Splint is a piece of wood or cardboard or magazines, or if anything is not available, you can use the pillow also. Any thick thing, you can use it for supporting the broken bone, okay? It prevents movement and help the broken bone to heal. If this joint has fractured, what should I do? First of all, I should apply a splint over here, and then after it should be tied with any type of gauze or any type of bandage, okay? And then after we can make the sling to support the broken bone. Now I will tell you that how you can make the sling in at your home also. First of all, you should take one cloth. Since this is very long, so I will fold it. And after folding it, you make it in a triangular way. You fold it in a triangular way. Okay. Now it is triangle. Now you tie it from the corners. It should be tightened well. Then after, it should be hang in patient's neck. And then after, their hand can be supported like this. Okay. So this was the first aid that we can give for fracture. Now some oral questions has given in your book. We will discuss that. The first oral question is, for cuts and scratches, clean the affected area with cotton wool soaked in, the options are water, oil or an antiseptic lotion. What are the options? Water, oil and antiseptic lotion. Okay. Second question is, a piece of cardboard or a pillow around an injured bone can act as a piece of cardboard or pillow, just now I told you, around an injured bone can act as a splint, tourniquet or sling. What are the options? The options are splint, tourniquet or sling. Okay. The third one is, a crack or a break in a bone is called a crack, or a break in a bone is called a, options, wound, fracture, sprain. Wound, fracture, sprain. Fourth question is, apply a splint, ice pack, tourniquet. These were the options, splint, ice pack or tourniquet, to give support to a broken bone. Okay. You write all the questions in your copy and then after try to solve it. Now move to our next emergency. Now we will see the first aid, that what should be given, that is for burning. If anyone suffers burns from hot objects, fire stem or firecrackers, boiling water, then what should the first aid that we should give to them? First of all, we will see about minor burns. Minor burns can happen in the kitchen also, while bursting the firecracker also, or major burns also can happen by bursting firecrackers. So you should be careful about that. So if the burn happens, what is the first thing you should do? First thing is, you should let running cold water on the burn. If the burn is here, what should I do? We should let the running cold water flow over the burn until the pain subsides. Okay. The second thing, apply an antiseptic lotion or cream. What should we apply? We should apply an antiseptic lotion or cream to prevent infection. And then after, if the antiseptic lotion is not available, you can apply the baking soda and water mixture on them. Okay. Now the next one is severe burns or major burns. Sometimes skin gets major burnt and blisters are formed. What are the blisters? Blister is an open wound. Blisters is an open wound and it can catch infection easily. So never try to pick up blisters. So first of all, we should gently cover the burn. Suppose the burn is over here, we should first of all gently cover the burn with a clean piece of cloth. Okay. And then after, if the victim is in a state of shock, we should keep them calm and we should tell them good things. Then after, never try. First of all, we should keep this in our mind that never try to give liquid, any type of liquid, to an unconscious person. Okay, it can be very dangerous for them. And then after, dip or steriled piece. Sterile means it should be boiled. It should be dipped into boiled water, or it should be sterile with the antiseptic lotion in a solution of baking soda and use it as a wet compress. It should be used as a wet compress. And then after, we should take them definitely to a doctor, right? The next topic is chemical burns. Since chemical burn is different, so we should cure it in a different way. First of all, we should remove any type of clothing from the affected area, okay? And then after, use plenty of water to wash off the chemical, because chemical is very dangerous. So, and if it will go inside our body, it can be harmful in many ways. So first of all, we should use plenty of water to wash off the chemical, and then after, cover the burn with sterile gauze, and then after, immediately send for the doctor. Okay. Next topic is for firefighting. In case there is a fire in a building, first of all, we should inform a nearest fire station, right? And if the fire is caused by a petrol, never throw the water on them. Why? Why we should not throw the water on them? Because water is light. Water is lighter than water. Petrol is lighter than water, and it can float on the water, and then after, nothing will happen. The fire will be as usual. So, and maybe it can fans the flame. So, you should not use, or you should not throw the water on the fire which is caused by the petrol. So, what is the first thing we should do? The first thing is, we should throw lots of sands or mud on it, okay, because it will help it out. And if a person's clothes catches fire, what should we do? First of all, we should tell them not to run around, because it can be fans the flame, and anybody else also can catch the fire easily. We should tell them, make him roll on the ground. Roll matlab like this, in this position, okay? And then after, we should cover them with the blanket. Why the blanket is necessary here? Because you all know that fire is, whenever oxygen is necessary for fire, and if the oxygen cuts off from any thing or any place, the fire will automatically stops there, okay? So, blanket cutting off oxygen and fire stops. And if the fire is happen because of the electricity, what should we do? We never throw water on it, because it can cause electrocution. Okay. Immediately, first of all, we should turn off the switch, and then after, we should use fire extinguisher, or we can throw the sand also. Now, the next topic in your book is for animal bites. First of all, you know that animals carry germs. Most of the animals carry germs, and animals like bears, wolves, dogs, they carry germs like diseases like rabies. So, whenever any animal bites, first of all, we should wash the wound properly, okay? And then after, we should apply an antiseptic lotion to prevent infection, and immediately rush to the doctor, because you cannot give the first aid. This is only the first aid, antiseptic lotion, and then after, you cannot give any type of first aid for an animal bite. The next topic is for snake bites. A poisonous snake injects poison with its sharp fang and it causes a lot of pain and swelling. Treatment must be given immediately because as the poison can kill the person, right? So the first thing for snake bite is we should apply a tourniquet. Just now I told you what is a tourniquet. Tourniquet is a tight bandage that is tied around the wound for stopping the flow of blood, right? So we should apply a tourniquet just above the bite to stop the flow of blood so that it cannot go to the heart. This may help to slow down the spread of the poison. Suppose the bite is here, so tourniquet must be here. It should be tied here. And then after immediately rush to the doctor, okay? And it is always better to take precautions. So whenever we are going on a forest area and whenever we walk through areas where snakes are found, we should wear high boots to protect our feet, right? Now the last topic in your book is for poisoning. Do you know that certain things have contained poison? In your home also, in your kitchen also, certain things are there that contain poison, like nail polish. Your mother is using nail polish. It also contains some type of poison. Detergents, paints, and many type of food colors, they contain a little amount of poison. So we should always keep all the medicines locked away from the reach of little children so that little children cannot reach there, because they are fond to eat everything and they take all the things in their mouth only. Thereafter, the second thing is we should read the label very careful before taking an medicine, because the manufacturing date and the expiring date every time written over there. So whatever the medicines that has crossed their expiry dates, it should be destroyed. The next thing is we should properly wash vegetables and fruits before eating them, because they have sprayed with harmful insecticides and pesticides, so it should be washed. But still, any case of poisoning, in case of poisoning happens, what should we do? We should try to make the patient vomit. We should tell, or we should convince them to vomit, and then after immediately take them to the doctor. So these were the things and these were the first aid that we should take whenever any type of emergency happens in your life, okay? And every time we should keep some emergency telephone numbers with you, like fire stations, police station, and your relatives, your mother, father, your chemist, every time. In case of any emergency, you can call them for help, okay? So hope you understood this chapter very well, but still I know some queries or some doubts in your mind definitely there. So whenever the school will open again, I will definitely try to clear you all the doubts. So stay safe. Bye bye.